In East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll let this go for the end zone. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go quickly here out to Moore. He's got the first down and Moore past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
On first down, Wilson. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. They will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Tua now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. On the return, Andy Isabella. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Now he's forced out left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is taken in at the 5. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Tua going to try and run.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Third and goal, here's the option left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
On the return, Isabella.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
At the 25-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 10. Tua going to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
Well, we saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. That left arm, pretty underrated in terms of strength.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think...
Touchdown! It's caught at the 1. Bryce Love, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of which...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses have their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. I think this is a free play for Wilson. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Hey, check right, check right. Watch 55. I got one. Mike 55, Mike 55. Rip left. 55's Mike. Head.
To throw is Wilson. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down.
And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 77 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let him know.
On third down, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Elijah Moore, the intended receiver.
And it's third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Jets have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Andy Isabella as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That ball complete to Isabella. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Wilson. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Jets. Andy Isabella. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record with a great performance. Throwing up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Carl Lawson, former Bengal, in on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tua. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Liam Eichenberg, second-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. There he goes left side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now it's Wilson. Able to find Isabella. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Wilson.
He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 38, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jason McCourty. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give running right is Love. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
78 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Love. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get Alpha. 55 is my guy, 55. Stand high. There you go.
They go play action with Wilson.
Again, he targets more. This one is complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Mike A. Mike A. Hey, here we go. Mike A. Mike A. Let's go, D.
Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown! Tyler Kroft, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Love again. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. On 1st down, it's Love. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. There he goes inside the 30.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Tua going to run again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Back to throw is Tua. Forced out to his left. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The kick by Sanders is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
You're not ready. 55 my guy, 55.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.